What kind of fucking pants are those, dude?
Oh.
Like she... Wait.
Hello.
He's like presenting.
Yeah, that is, as he called it, Little Elvis.
Is she leaning her vagina away from his penis area as in like, yes, I'll continue acting, but holy shit, Elvis, you're boning up at me. Come on. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mom is a bucket? In a bucket. Why is your mom such a hoe? Stop doing that, Mom.
All hail the King of the West.
King of the West.
Welcome to another episode of the show. Yeah. So what did you guys do last week?
Your mom.
Wow. Man,
I don't know. I went trick or treating with
did
children.
my mom straight away. Holy shit. Tough show. We could start again if you want. I didn't sing that very well too, so. All right. So you didn't fuck my mom too, did you?
No, but
Right.
I did pork mad hose.
Right. That's the main thing. That's what we do here is pork mad hose.
Yeah. Thank
Katie?
goodness. This show has a vast female following, and boy,
Yeah.
are they sexually voracious.
Yeah. Stop trying to fuck me, everybody. Oh,
I gotta save a little chi for the pod, ladies. Please.
Yeah. I'm not made to come.
You know, I
Technically, we all are.
I know, right?
We're all just giant cum.
Really? I feel like I'm more than cum.
There's a little egg in there too.
Mm.
I don't know if I have any egg left.
You might just be a giant cum monster then.
Maybe I'm just slime. Because if you can't make a baby with your cum, are you really cum?
right.
More like slime man.
Yeah, you're just all the extra ooze.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the afterbirth without the baby.
Well, yeah, what have you been up to? You asked me what I was up to this week. Just oozing around, like a loadless cum.
Just sliming around the house.
Dude, bro, you guys.
Yeah.
Lamb Man is the future of all movies.
Lamb man.
Yeah.
Lamb or land?
Nah, lamp. Yeah, you're doing the thing on the thing.
Lamp,
Nobody does
lamp
that.
man.
Nah, not a light. Like the goat.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah,
but
yeah.
a man.
It's Landman. He's Michael Landon, but he's a
Look.
man.
It's called lamb, but
Oh.
it's obviously Lamb Man. And then Katie goes, "It's not Lamb Man. Don't be so ridiculous. They just wouldn't do that." And I said, "Make no mistake, there's a Lamb Man in this fucking movie.
I actually wanted to see that. It's got
It's amazing."
the girl from the original girl with the
Prometheus.
dragon tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Numi Rapace,
Yeah.
something like that.
She's got a big head.
Mm.
I feel like she's one of those people that's like really militant about her diet and stuff. And she's like a UFC fighter that makes their body small, but their head didn't lose the weight because it's like their body size.
Yeah, it's hard to cut skull.
Yeah, she's cut everything but skull. Seems shredded. She's a farmer's wife. And, they have a goat. They have a lamb that they pull babies out. They pull lambs out of a lamb all the time as part of their job. And then, whoops, fucking one pops out with a lamb's head.
I feel like we have,
But not a total lamb's body.
Wait,
we have a legal leg to stand on to sue them.
Why?
I feel like we had dibs on Lamb Man
Did we?
and Lamp Man. I mean,
I don't remember making the movie Lamb Man. We were going to do that? Oh,
I feel like at some point in time we had to have called dibs on Lamb Man.
you can't call dibs.
Yeah, I don't think Dibs stands up in a court of law.
Yeah. Even if you have like an email where you call dibs on it,
Oh, man.
doesn't really count. Like
All
that.
my legal cases just fell through in this
Yeah.
instant.
You could still make Lamb Man.
Yeah.
And then when they go, wait, you can't do that, be like, nah, I got the proof right here in an email that we had dibs on that shit anyway. So you don't want to start something, but we'll finish.
It doesn't matter. There's a million.
And they said Lamb. We could do Lamb Man.
Yeah. There's a million Sharkakuda versus,
Yeah, there you go.
Gorilla Puss.
Yeah. I love Gorilla Puss. Who do you like more? Gorilla Puss or what's that Kardashian you were talking about the other day? Kyrie
Jenner. Yeah.
Kyrie Jenner versus Gorilla Puss.
Ooh, that'd be a good movie.
Starring Ian Ziering.
All right, let's officially call dibs on that before A24 steals that as well.
I think pods are dibs.
I think Kyrie's free to do anything right now, considering it's not a person or anything.
So the movie was good. I've actually.
It was amazing, and I was right. I don't want to be a spoiler alert, but man, you guys are gonna be surprised.
What, a sheep with a lamb's body?
Not. It's something else. It's something else, and it's the most terrifying thing you've ever seen. And if they don't make a sequel where Lamb Man and all, like, I assume there's like a lamb family or like a lamb community Lamb Man community, and they all live in, like, they're magical, obviously. And they come down from the mountains and fuck lambs and make every now and then, oops, another lamb man shows up or a lamb lady.
This is just your theory, by the way.
I was right about Lamb Man showing up in the first place. You don't know what you're talking about.
But they never explained the origins.
Well,
so this
here
is
you
just
are.
your theory because I have a separate
They're
theory.
obviously magical. How can you be naked and be a lamb man in the mountains with no jacket?
Well, you see a giant cum monster goes over to the lamb farm, gets all boned up,
Mhm.
and porks mad hose.
But why does the baby come out as a lamb man?
That's just the mystery of cum monster.
You just wanted to say cum monster. That's really the truth of it all, isn't it?
Well, a cum monster is
Did you write that
technically a
down
man.
today? Is it?
Yeah.
What about if you've been neutered like me? Just a sloth.
An unneutered cum monster
Yeah.
finds
Well,
a flock of sheep.
I
Porks
think lambs have scary faces, and I think a lamb's head on a human head is pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
And with today's special effects, you can
Yeah.
have a really impressive lamb man. And if there was a lot of lamb mans, and I don't know if you know this, you probably don't, but lamb mans know how to use guns.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rumi Rapace's career is really on fire, huh?
I'm just saying, if they all came down at the same time and they all had weapons, holy shit.
Yeah. This reminds me of Zombievers, which I watched recently.
No way.
I saw clips you put of that on your Instagram story, and now I must watch that as well.
It at least had a sense of humor about itself.
Beaver. Well, how the fuck are you not supposed to be trying to be funny if you're a beaver zombie?
Well, most of those movies, I think, are just about making a cover that'll make, like, my son click on it and, like, hey, Dad, can I have $3 so I can rent this piece of shit? And nobody really cares if the movie is actually as funny as the kind of haha as the name is. Like, they had, I don't want to spoil Zombievers, but Bill Burr and a heavily disguised John Mayer play a heavy role in Zombievers.
All right, yeah, now I'm officially in.
Why would they do that?
That's such a good question.
Aren't they, like, super busy being popular and shit?
I think this was a couple years ago, but I
How
think they were
many's a
both
couple?
I think they were both pretty busy a couple of years ago too. It's pretty wild.
How did they get booby trapped into that?
If I were Bill Burr and somebody was like, hey, do you want to be in Zombievers? I'd be like, I am clearing my schedule.
I always said that if I was, this is why one of the many reasons why I'm not a massive Hollywood celebrity, because I would just cash in all my chips on stupid shit like that. I'd be like, I have an uncredited, like when James Franco was just on a soap opera, no joke, he was just on a soap opera for a little while. That's what you do, but that's not what you do.
James Franco's cool still?
No, he's not cool at all.
He's not, right?
No, he too was making advances at like girls of dubious legality?
What is with these people, man?
Wasn't he being inappropriate with people that were like in a class that he had created to learn about?
Yeah, he
directing?
was like
rings a bell.
like an acting professor. And he showed up to class one day and was like, hey, guys, I wrote this great skit. You're all going to suck my dick.
Wait, really?
I think it was something like that. Like,
I don't think it was. You can't say something like that. It wasn't like they didn't all blow it.
No. I heard this.
Class.
I think this is true.
The acting class was how well they sucked him off.
There was something like some girl that took that class and she made the complaint. She was like, man, every fucking thing we're acting out involves me sucking his dick.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, I'm going to Google James Franco.
Wait, you're
acting
really
class.
Googling because you're not sure. My reaction is making you rethink that the facts that the
Mr.
Umo-ways
Franco,
have thought.
is this really West Side Story?
Did you guys all know that James Franco made everybody in his acting class suck his dick constantly?
You know, when you say it back to me, it does make me question myself.
Yeah.
Let's see. James Franco settles lawsuit alleging exploitive sex situation at his acting school.
Yeah.
Sounds like I might be in the right here. Let's see.
I'll grant a degree of comedic license. Let's see how much you exaggerated from what the reality actually was.
They claimed Franco pushed his students into performing in increasingly explicit sex scenes on camera in an orgy-type setting and went beyond acceptable standards. Sounds like dick sucking would fit into that description.
But what you said isn't totally made up anyway.
The suit claimed Franco sought to create a pipeline of young women who were subjected to his personal and professional sexual exploitation in the name of education. Further, students believed roles in Franco's films would be the reward for participating in those scenes.
PolicyGenius.com.
We're talking about life insurance, and we're talking about getting free life insurance quotes with PolicyGenius. Life insurance, it makes you nervous, makes the palms sweat just to think about it. I know I need it. Do I have it? Do I have enough? Am I paying too much for it? Well, PolicyGenius makes it easy to compare quotes from over a dozen top insurers in one place. Why compare? You could save 50% or more on
That's
life
ridiculous.
insurance by comparing quotes with PolicyGenius.
That's pretty much half, Michael.
You could save $1,300 or more per year on life insurance. That's more than $100 per month by using PolicyGenius to compare policies. Eligible applicants can get covered in as little as a week thanks to an award-winning policy option that swaps the standard medical exam requirement for a simple phone call. Getting started is easy.
Yeah, it's so easy. Head to PolicyGenius.com and get started right now. PolicyGenius, when it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right. AthleticGreens. AthleticGreens.
That's right. There's two kinds of people out there. People who know they need Athletic Greens and are happy they take Athletic Greens, and people who don't know it yet but are
Stupid
about to
people.
find out. Stupid idiots.
Wake up, dummy.
You dummy. You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah.
One tasty scoop of AG1 contains 75 minerals,
75. Snake
vitamins,
size.
and whole food sourced ingredients, including a multivitamin, multi-mineral, probiotic, green superfood blend, and more in one convenient, and may I add, delicious daily serving. This special
Sounds
blend,
impossible, Michael.
how do they do it? This special blend of high-quality, bioavailable ingredients in a scoop of AG1 work together to fill the nutritional gaps in your diet. Believe you me, they are there. There's holes in your diet,
Believe
game,
it.
son.
There's holes.
Support energy and focus, aid with gut health and digestion. Friend, your gut is a mess, and support a healthy immune system, effectively replacing multiple products or pills with one healthy, delicious drink to make it easy on you.
Yeah.
Athletic Greens is going to give you an immune-supporting free 1-year supply of vitamin D.
That's
It's winter.
such important, Michael.
Cold season,
Yep.
no sun season. You need that stuff, and all of us here could definitely use 5 free travel packs with your first purchase when you visit athleticgreens.com/JES today. Again, simply visit athleticgreens.com/JES to take control of your health and give AG1 a try. Right. Yeah. Like you're not going to necessarily get anything for doing this stuff, but if you don't do that stuff, there's no way you're getting stuff. You're not his friend.
Well, yeah, but what is the act? What was like they're saying an orgy, fake orgy, or did they like, hey, everybody, we're having an orgy?
No. I'm sure it wasn't a real orgy.
Real tussling naked, or is there actual like was he fucking them?
Well, like, look, if there's certain people and you're probably not. But there's certain people that you would know in your life where if I say, like, let's just say Raw Dog has an acting class. And I say, a couple of the students were uncomfortable that they were kind of pushed into doing sexually forward stuff on camera. Raw Dog just said, sorry, I overstepped my bounds. That was really just where my art was at that time. You'd go, yeah, Josh isn't the kind of guy that would try to make people have an orgy. He's not that guy. But there's other friends you might have had in your past where if I said people have alleged that, you go, oh, shit. Yeah, I know that guy. That kind of does sound like that guy. And to me, you do get a lot of, I believe Seth Rogen has turned his back on
He has, yeah.
Franco.
Yep.
Where when shit like that happens and they go, wow, I thought I knew that guy, but I don't know that guy. Now there's a certain segment of the population who's going to say, well, they had to save their own skin. The woke mob cancel culture came for him. And now but maybe that's the case. But I think it's the more likely scenario that they go, shit. Yeah, he was always a little on and I was hoping but he clearly didn't at all. It went to his head and he's a creep and I got to turn my back on you, friend. The Goodfellas thing where you just give him $4,000 out of your pocket and say, no, I turned my back on you.
Yeah, that's a weird, it's a weird community of people that have different opinions about people that do that. Like if you're a cat, you're being, but you're a libtard for not being okay with him, or so I'm like, I don't know, like I didn't see him have the class. I didn't see him have. I've got no video that I've seen of it. I just hear reports from the news, and I know that at least half the news is lying half the time. So I don't know for sure. Same with those other comedian guys that are allegedly be involved in all these other things. And it seems like these days they're just letting them guys come back. It's like, man, good to see you again. I'm like, is it? Or is it my problem? Like, why am I so sensitive to somebody that allegedly just, once again, I never saw a video. I don't know for sure either. I just heard everybody in the news say that this guy will fuck you even if you're, 16. And I'm like, ew. I don't even think it's illegal in some states, but for me, ew. I'm just kind of out of there. But it seems weird that at least half the people don't, they think, what's the big deal? And you're arced up about some guy born a boy that wants to be a girl. Because it's the same person. And it's a weird thing. It's like everybody deserves second chances. People make mistakes. But there's, I'm real old and you're real young. You're a predator. And lore-wise, I don't like how many numbers of days that you should be in prison. I don't care about it. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just weird how many people surpass evil with their talents and how much the English-speaking world is just like, well, yeah, but he's so good, at singing or football or whatever, and it's like, but he's so good. What's the, he's give the guy a break. I'm like, give the guy a break. Have you ever been held down and had your clothes ripped off you and screamed stop, and then the person just does that? Have you ever done that? Have you ever been there? Because if you haven't been there, then it's pretty gnarly to be like, yeah, man, second chance. Some people are just bad people.
I just learned this morning that Elvis got a raging boner while filming a movie, and it had been a complicated dance scene, so they did not reshoot it. So there's actually an Elvis movie where you can see him with a boner.
Oh God! Dude, right? I'm googling Elvis with a boner.
I watched Danzig sing Elvis songs on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
and it was awesome.
Was he erect?
Dude, his stomach was erect. It's the only thing that throws me off. At one point, I may or may not have partaken in like some shroom eating before I went out because I know everyone's going to drink. And I'm like, oh, if I do that, then I can kind of be like, yeah, haha, maybe that is funnier than I would have usually thought. And I'm not a party pooper guy. But it got in my head a little bit that Danzig was just really It's so,
Yeah, well, he's got that kind of like the meat and cheese and beer.
Like, what is the thing that it is?
It's that solid. Well, the classic.
Is it beer?
The classic beer pregnant thing is supposed to be
because he's got skinny legs.
Yeah,
his arms have got skinny, and this thing is just rah.
That also seems like we've seen this happen with guys before, where as you get to a certain age, where you get a little ETE, where you get more barrel chested, but your arms and legs get skinnier.
Yes, no, the old man itis, when it kicks in, it's a humiliating experience.
Yeah.
But there are ways, it'd be different if you were already like a little pudgy taxi driver guy, but you at one point were jacked, really jacked, and had a six pack.
Metal had never seen anything.
He was the
like
first
that.
guy.
Because until then, you were supposed to look like you were about to starve to death. You were supposed to be like all heroin thin.
And now he's got, how he has the Danzig belt buckle, the big one that he's had from his heyday. I don't know if you were ever a Danzig fan, but this guy was shirtless all the time, and he had a belt buckle, which is the Sam Hain logo, the skull with the horns on it, the lamb head.
Yep.
The big horns on it. So now he's got it on still, but because the belly comes out.
Oh, no.
The belt buckle pans down. It's looking at the ground.
Oh, my goodness.
The head is facing the ground.
He's got Dunlop disease.
He's just got
his belly Dunlopped over his belt.
It's a plate buckle. It's like you could probably like put his next meal on it or something. He kicked ass.
Good.
Yeah, I started to look at the roof so that because his belly was like, I'm like, why? And I'm like, dude, stop looking at it. You get over it. So I look up at the roof, and then I notice that the lights from under Danzig reflecting him on the wall made him look like a bit of a predator. No, the alien guy, like, the alien from Prometheus. Like, he looked like he had skinny legs, and he had like creepy crawly arms.
It's a xenomorph.
Yeah. So then I started to think that maybe I just discovered his xenomorph and everyone else were stupid and looking at actual Danzig, but his actual shadow. And then I was like, no, you're on mushrooms, you idiot. But then I started to just watch that shadow and him sing these Elvis songs. And he did say, he said he did amazing. He was fantastic. I think how old I am and him still being there and me always thinking Elvis was decent. I never hated Elvis. And then hearing him do every now and then he would kind of get a little Elvis-y, and I was like, oh wow, fuck, this is exactly what I thought. Everybody thought that he would kind of sound like him a little bit. But he also said a few times in between songs how much of a fan he was not of Elvis, and that he's like, this next song, fucking guy's a tweaker. It's about a 16-year-old girl that was his best friend's girlfriend. I'm like, this guy's fucking tweaked. And then he goes into singing it. And I'm like, you just called Elvis a tweaker and a kind of a child molester. And then, and then he starts singing the song. So it was this weird thing that he was kind of getting across in between songs where this is more what you wanted me to do. So here you go.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, man, you're so bitter. I don't know how, but.
I've seen that at shows before. It's such a bad look.
He kind of hates everything, like even the set that he's been working on for a while. And he did a great job. Band was kicking ass. It's just, the negative that you used to protect yourself when you were a kid. Because I feel like he's a guy that's, made this big persona to sort of, stay away, because I can relate to that. I feel like I'm really more terrified than terrifying, like I'm actually scared. That's why I puff up a lot, because I'm like, hey, look out. Because I don't want to fucking tussle. I'm scared. I think he's very similar to that, but he never got past. You evolve when you get older and you realize being scary is like a childhood reaction to things, and that being an adult and working on being scary is kind of ridiculous. I don't think that, because you don't have to grow up. If you're Danzig, you could stay Danzig. And why would I need to be more responsible and say thank you or anything after? I'm going to stay Danzig this whole fucking ride. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting off.
I'd actually go quite a bit further than that. You're really discouraged from growing up. Like every
Yeah.
one of these new metal guys, or even like a Corey. I think a Corey Taylor from Slipknot is a smart enough guy where he goes, "I'm gonna keep that little part of me, like the damaged kid. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket,
Yeah.
because I can dip into that when I need it." But that guy's
He
just
doesn't
like,
make business deals.
yeah, that guy's just like my pet at
Yeah.
this point.
I
But-
try to subdue him in traffic arguments, but he's there.
But otherwise, it's like, hey, okay, you just got off the road. We need 12 more songs about how you're crawling in your skin.
Wrong
and
band.
But
Anyway.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
whatever your fucking shtick is,
Sorry, Corey. You're better
every new metal band has to have 12 more songs about this anger inside of me.
Oh.
And it's like, so you fucking,
You're putting him in a bad.
you have to fucking keep that shit alive inside of you.
And he's from punk too. Like, let's
Yeah.
not forget that he's from before. He's from Misfit shit, where it was just, fuck that, and,
Dude,
I mean, fuck.
yeah.
I don't even know what that is, and fuck it.
In 2021, talking about mental is finally a thing.
Finally, let's talk mental.
I was talking about mental with a longtime listener. I don't want to say his name. Let's say his name is Alejandro.
Right.
Alejandro, longtime listener, longtime fan. And he said his wife gave him an ultimatum to get therapy. Hey, as Alejandro says, it's 2021. He went to the BetterHelp site using our promo code, of course. He said his first chat had happened the day he emailed me. He was prepared for the worst, but it went well. The dude he talked to was like a cool bass player from a prog rock band. And not only that, the guy he spoke to through the BetterHelp website said he's a 50-year-old skateboarder. So Alejandro here goes, skateboarder, prog rock. He said, I slowly moved my Wolf Knives hoodie into frame as a test. And a dude from BetterHelp yells, Ellis!
Nah.
Long story short, he said, can you convey this to the rest of the team? You all brought me to therapy, and my first attempt at contact brought me to a professional who knows the Wolf Knives logo and Jason and me, Tully, and Kevin. So personalized.
That's
We're-
insane
we
in the
can't
membrane.
guarantee that the person you talk to through BetterHelp is going to be a fan of the show, but
He probably is, though.
It
We're
happened for
huge.
Alejandro. It can happen for you.
Yeah. How many other people doing the read with that plug in there? What's up? This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. We're very happy that BetterHelp sponsors the Jason Ellis Show, and get 10% off with your first month at BetterHelp.com/Ellis. Everybody, that's BetterHelp at HELP.com/Ellis.
We here at the Jason Ellis Show are here today to talk to you about Nomad. Nomad makes really cool leather cases for your phones, accessories.
I got the show phone is in a Nomad case on a Nomad charger.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, man, these things are slick, and they make you look way classier. Everybody has a phone. Everybody needs to charge their phone. But this just gives off class
Yeah.
and seductiveness.
That's
What are
right.
you sniffing?
I am sniffing hard on my Nomad leather laptop case. It is
Oh.
intoxicating, the aroma, and equally intoxicating for the eye. And I will definitely be taking this with me on all my travels, keeping my laptop safe while making it look elegant as all hell. Do you know,
What?
Nomad, there are people. Ellis fam.
Yeah, I wondered that because I get DMs from him on Instagram, and I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
how do these people actually know me?
that's right.
Well, I appreciate them. I like their stuff too.
I love it. My wife is in the purchase of buying Nomad stuff for all of her employees. For
What do you
their-
got, Kevin?
Ooh.
Look at this leather case for AirPods.
Oh, dang.
Dope.
Man, I got to ask
Yeah.
for more stuff.
You do.
I didn't see that.
If you have the new iPhone 13 or an Apple Watch, check Nomad out. They've got you covered for that. And also, just an FYI, like I said, my wife is buying Nomad stuff. This is not a joke. This is not a lie for all of her employees for Christmas gifts. She's so impressed right out of the box with the stuff that I got from Nomad. Act fast this Christmas. It's always a crush. This year, particularly, is going to be a really big crush. This goes for across the board. Christmas shopping, just get on it now. And if you want to make it real easy for yourself, shopping for family and friends, get to nomadgoods.com.
Yeah, check out nomadgoods.com/Ellis to see what living nomad life is all about. That's Danzig.com/Ellis. They hated everything.
Absolutely. I didn't put it together until really recently. Danzig's just from a couple towns away from me, and it's the same basic place where Kevin grew up. Just think of like the fucking heshers in town, the kids who would just throw a rock off of a parking structure to crash somebody's fucking, dashboard just for the fucking hell of it. They had nothing better to do. Now picture the kids, 3 of those, growing their hair out and twisting it into a devil lock and starting a band. And that's Misfits.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
But starting a thing like that and creating such a heavy wave of people of influence, I know that they're just like Jersey boys or whatever you say, but obviously at some point the belief they had in themselves was monstrous, because the anger and the that everyone drove to that, the pits that were in front of them, they were intimidating. And you're just some fucking asshole from Jersey who now is in control of a very intimidating army.
Yeah.
Like whether you made it on purpose or not, Misfits are scary.
And he did the impossible. There's only 2 people I can think of who united punks and metal people, and it's Lemmy and Motorhead, and it's him. He's the punkest dude on earth. He's 100% credibility in the punk world, 100% credibility in the metal world.
Do you like Colin Kaepernick?
Not as a football player, I wasn't overly impressed.
Was he shit?
He was I don't know how to say. He's really, really good at some things and really not good at other things. So he really needed to be on like the perfect team in the perfect situation to. It's hard to explain. He was a quarterback who was much better at running with the ball than he was at throwing the ball.
Oh,
so he
didn't have an amazing arm.
If he did, it wasn't very accurate. He was phenomenally talented, but
because he could have been a pro baseball player as well.
Is that so? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know that much about him.
Apparently, he quit all those things to pursue being a quarterback. And in his era, I'm watching this thing on Netflix about him.
Yeah.
Katie hates it. She's like, it's the worst acting ever, because it's like cheesy kid acting of him when he's a child.
Oh, boy, yeah.
And it is cheesy, but there's also, when you're uneducated and now you are open to information and not switched off anymore, I'm so basic. Like, I'm listening to these little pockets of history where certain people had it hard and kept going and persevered and became this big influence on a whole scene for hundreds of years. I wouldn't know about any of the some artists and the dude. I didn't even know about the turntable guy. There's a guy that the first person ever to play 2 albums together, like the same track. It's a guy. I forgot his name. I should probably tell stories better. I just watched it this morning. But he made up that. And then that turntable thing made hip hop.
Sure.
Like a whole genre of shit from a guy that was just super into music, so much so that his dad gave him a backup album to the album, the record that he already had, because his dad knew he loved that record so much. So he accidentally put 2 record players together and started the skipping of the music and calling it a merry-go-round. That's what it was first called. And then that guy became a DJ, and then people rapped over stuff like that. But he's the guy that, like, hip hop, Nas, and all everybody you can think of is this guy's turntable experience that he had in, I think it was like the 70s or some shit. Like,
are you thinking of Jimmy Savile?
Maybe
some English dude?
No, it's a black guy. It's a black guy in New York. I think it was in New York anyway. Acting told me that.
Yeah,
I could have been wrong.
Did we find Elvis's boner?
Yeah, are we talking about Kool Herc?
Maybe.
No, I don't think so. I think he may have been an MC guy.
But yeah, I did find Elvis's boner.
That's it. Man, does he have Lycra slacks on? Because what kind of fucking pants are those, dude?
Oh.
Like she... Wait.
Hello.
He's like presenting.
Yeah, that is, as he called it, Little Elvis.
Is she leaning her vagina away from his penis area as in like, yes, I'll continue acting, but holy shit, Elvis, you're boning up at me. Because look how far away.
God damn, Van Damme.
You know when
I think that was just part of the move as it was choreographed.
You know, you ever have people hug you and you can tell they're really moving their hips away from your hip area?
Sure.
I don't like that.
I love the opposite, though.
I don't like that either. I don't like, yeah. Like,
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I hate that. That's terrible. Ladies,
I always hug men.
stop putting your vagina on my penis.
I like to always hug men lower around the bottom, like just above their butt, so that I can mash my penis into their penis.
Yeah, if we're hugging, we're docking.
I like a full body hug and then whisper softly in your ear.
You know what's a scary hug to me? And I could be wrong, but to me, a real friend, like somebody that has no boundaries on friendship, will hug me, and their ear will hit my ear because they really don't care.
They're getting in there.
There's like a man hug where there's like you hug, but it's more of your heads are away from it. Craig Ferguson did it to me, and I was like, and you were there because I could tell he was kind of saying goodbye. I could tell. Like, I was like, that's probably the last time I'll see him face to face. He even thinks it. So he kind of gave me like a closer hug, and I remember he mushed his ear into my ear, and I was like, oh, okay. We're getting pretty serious.
Elvis in 1962 was filming the musical comedy Girls, Girls, Girls. And in a memoir by Presley's former manager, Joe Esposito quotes the King as saying, "Damn pants were rubbing me the wrong way and I couldn't stop the feeling." While he and the actress were grooving to the song, "The Walls Have Ears." Little Elvis, as he called it, became erect. And as I said, it was a complicated dance scene. They didn't have time to reshoot it, and they'd hoped because he was wearing black pants that you wouldn't notice it. And indeed, it's only when he is in silhouette that you can see it. He said they went and saw it in the theater, and sure enough, just as expected, there was fucking Elvis's boner.
It's got to be a bonus for the fans, right?
I mean,
I'm just surprised
everybody's had friction boners. They happen. It just sucks when there's movie cameras rolling.
It's just odd when they don't cut that part out before they put it in the movie.
Or why couldn't Elvis just ask for 5 minutes?
I don't even
Or
understand how
feed
you
off
get
my
a friction
trailer.
boner.
Really?
Pants make you full bone? Okay, maybe it happened. I didn't know.
I have. I've gotten quite a few friction boners.
Sounds like
I'd say.
Before boxer shorts, before boxer briefs were a thing, when boxer shorts were, when you're a kid, you get out of tighty whities and you just get some boxer shorts. I had some like silk boxers when I was in high school, and that was like almost one of the reasons I had to stop stop wearing them.
Wow. Silk boxer shorts, huh?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know. I was also 14 at the time, so
It's even weirder.
that probably also played a role.
What do you got? You want to play the video of how romantic I am, Katie?
Oh my God, this was great. This was before Danzig came out. They had Celloween. It was kind of terrible. This cellist playing covers. And I was like, oh, I'll film this romantic moment.
So you guys are holding hands.
Audio's not
Oh,
up.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I just want to say I've been running the plant-based thing for a while now, and I just had this urge this weekend to eat meat. Not like a steak or anything, but I just felt like I wanted to eat a piece of meat, like my body needed it. So I'm not, I'm just doing this for health reasons, but it came across, it just popped into my head that I was going to eat meat, and I accidentally just muttered it to Katie, and she got it.
Yeah, let's give this a shot.
I feel like a ham sandwich.
That was a very Homer Simpson moment.
Feel like a ham sandwich.
Like just out of nowhere. Because that cello shit was boring the fuck out of me, So I was off in another land, and yeah, man, I don't eat that much lately. I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm too busy, fuck it. And then I'll just skip a meal. A lot. And then I was extra hungry, and I was like, you know what? Next meal I get, it's going to have some ham sandwich in it. I don't know why, but I felt like that I could handle. And I was right.
Did you get some ham?
Yeah, because later on that night, I did indeed get myself a ham sandwich, and it was exactly, I needed it. Don't feel sick about it either. I didn't get like a weird, You know, some people say they eat meat and then they get all sick the next day. They get sick right after eating it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you suffered 0 consequences?
Yes, I want to say 0 consequences because maybe it had something to do with I already puked and shit my ass out. Wait, it wasn't that night. It was Thursday night. So Thursday night I did stand-up with Ryan Sickler, and that was the greatest stand-up comedy experience I've ever had. I hope it's not the last one, but I'm almost like, wow, it's on video. I might put it up on Patreon, actually. But it's on video. There was a lot of people. They laughed. I'm out. Because how am I supposed to... I figured out a little set. I got a set, and it's not that bad. It's not like, whoa, everybody's got to hire this guy, but it's not that bad. The next step is, you know, I understand how these things work. It's like a lot more work, and then there'll be another step, which would be, hey, yeah, man, don't give up, and then, you know, so on and so forth. It went so perfect, and I had so much pressure on myself, and it was way too big of a event for my experience, and it all worked out. So I kind of feel like I should just get out. Because I realize in comedy, then there's, you know, you're gonna die so many more times. That's, you know, that was great. You figured it out that they were really friendly people, but make no mistake, you will be frying again. You know, you'll be like, hey, everybody, and it'll be like, not really, and I'll be like, oh. But wait.
But what about this?
What about when I did this last week? Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here. I know that that's coming again. So, I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep going because skateboarding is, I don't know. I'm so sore from skateboarding the other day. I don't know. It was probably 2 hours of skating and I fell a bunch of times, but it just takes it out of me so much. It's crazy. I was going to train for this fight. I know I'm not having like a real serious fight, but I'm still fighting. My training for Skankfest is to not do anything until Skankfest. And then hopefully I'll have like enough energy to fight. But like the whole idea of like, no, let me get some road work. Dude, you're injured. You need to like really rest. Try to get a bunch of sleep. So yeah, anyway, I did that comedy set, and then I went out, and then I had a shower. I didn't feel that good, and then something that I ate, I assume, made shit and vomit come out at the same time standing. It's pretty cool.
On accident?
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. No. I didn't put my finger in anything. I was just like,
you can stick your finger in your butt.
No, that's usually that's how I vomit every time, Michael. I don't know if anybody's tried that, but if you finger your anus, straight away.
Yeah, pulling the trigger works for throwing up.
Yeah.
Also works for shitting.
Yeah, especially,
you know, you got a diarrhea, but it just won't come out. You just touch your prostate.
Yeah. If you want to vomit, finger your own ass, then finger your mouth.
Did one propel the other? Because like my little one will definitely sneeze fart.
Oh, okay. No, this one was. It was off and on one end, then the other end, and then there was a few just like total lockups. When I was like having a spasm, and it was like, and I was like, oh man, I'm pretty sure I'm shitting, and I'm like, yep, wow.
So it wasn't like you thought you had to fart, but you're in the shower. So like, if this turns out to be a shart, no harm, no foul.
Well, shit in the shower is not a big. If you wash yourself out, that's kind of part of the lifestyle. Ugh. But it is.
I mean, shower sharts don't count.
No, I don't. I've never accidentally shit in the shower. I know.
Oh, me
I'm
neither.
Doing it. I know it. Wait, you have you accidentally?
No.
So how many times have you accidentally shit your pants if you've accidentally shit yourself in the shower?
No. He's not an animal, Jason. He just said that he would never do that walking around with clothes on. But once you're in the shower, if you're not sure if it's a fart or a shart,
you let it go anyway.
So let it rip.
Is that what you're saying?
There have been times where I've been angry. I'm like, oh, you're trying to trick me? Ugh! And then I push extra hard.
Wait, you're angry at your anus?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Sharts.
What did it do to you?
Because I take it personally, like you're trying to trick me. And then it's just like,
your
all right,
anus
well,
is trying to trick you.
I'll show you, ass.
It's your anus.
Yeah, your anus is you.
There's like a year in front of it. It's not just an anus. It's your anus.
That's a good point.
You know?
Yeah,
If it was my
that's right.
anus and you couldn't control it, kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But you can't control your own anus?
It's not just a planet in the solar system, bro. Get a handle on that thing.
Yeah, somebody get a grip on it.
So
But it
how
doesn't
often,
count.
How often have you? It does. How often have you? It counts half. How often have you sharted in the shower?
Yeah, what's your percentage?
If it counts as half, I'll say 2.5 times.
Oh my god.
So you've shit yourself in the shower like 10 times.
Like 5 times.
Wow.
When's the last time?
I would say pre-pandemic.
You fart out a log or do you fart out some diarrhea?
It's just a shart.
That doesn't answer the question.
If it's a log, you pooped your pants.
If you don't have pants on, you pooped in the shower.
Okay, I did not poop the shower.
But
I've sharted in the shower.
farted shit out of your anus.
Yeah.
But like a splatter of it.
Yeah.
Because you got an upset tummy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you usually have an upset tummy. You have tummy problems.
I do. I have very sensitive gastrointestinos.
See, I think I'm starting to join you with all that stuff. I feel like I have an upset tummy a lot too. And yeah, to me, it's like, oh, this is really going to happen right now. And then I'm like, wait, so I'm immediately assuming that I've eaten something wrong. Because it's one thing to get diarrhea, especially when you have upset tummy all the time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But when I feel like I'm going to vomit because I'm having diarrhea, then I know I've been poisoned with something.
Yeah.
Something I touched. You know, my biggest worry these days is it COVID? You know, like I'm like, oh, I'm vomiting and shitting. What am I, sick? And I'm like, do I have a fucking temperature? And then, but this is like one of those ones where it's happened twice now, where I've just fucking shit and vomited, and then an hour later, I'm like, I don't feel bad at all. Like I got it out, whatever that was.
Yeah, I hate when diarrhea is a symptom of something.
Because it
it's
keeps
just like,
happening.
well, no, like diarrhea is one of the symptoms or side effects of COVID. And it's just like, oh, cool. Might as well be like, oh, yes, symptoms include having a pulse.
Yeah,
It's
well,
no help to
Right,
me.
that ain't fair. You always have diarrhea.
Yeah.
for him,
Yeah.
like, dude, I feel like at one point I wanted to be on Tully's team making fun of you with diarrhea, but I'm right behind you, dude. Like, I feel like I'm a 50-50.
Watch out back there.
I feel like 50-50. You know, I sometimes I poo and I go, wow, man, plant-based, smart move. And then sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh my God, what's happened? But I know it's, you know, I eat clean and then every now and then I know it's vegan ice cream, but it's still fucking ice cream.
Yes.
Like, it's not, this has no dairy in it, so it's actually good for, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's sugar.
Right.
And I'll eat it.
Yeah, sugar's vegan.
Yeah.
You can be a total piece of shit vegan if you really want to be.
You-
Yeah, Oreos are
right.
vegan.
Oreos are vegan. French fries are vegan.
Remember that girl that used to come on the show and she had was it maybe not vegan, it was vegetarian cookbook, and she was really big. She came on a few times. And she would make stuff and bring it in.
No.
And she had an actual book about like that kind of diet, that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I remember, you know, trolley people back then were like, how good can it be if she was probably 400? You don't remember her?
No.
Big ass tit, like just big. She came in with overalls on, I think, one time. And she would like bring vegan pizza. That's right. She gave us vegan pizzas in Tupperware. She'd like got them, kept them hot. And I was like, wow, this pizza tastes like a real pizza. It did. It made me want to eat a lot of pizzas. And I was like, I think that's what this lady does. I think she makes all the bad, not bad, all the awesome tasting vegan meals you can get. Just tons of bread and wheat in it, I think. Still counts as vegan. Or does it? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
Yeah?
it does, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't remember her?
No.
She was like a regular.
I don't
And
know.
I'm still trying to figure out why she was a regular. Like, we kind of befriended her. I don't know if, oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're
This
like
had to have been before my time.
we're like the most easygoing. If somebody really wanted to come on our show, we'd only say no so many times.
Oh, they just kept asking?
Yeah. Like,
Wait, was there ever a guest that we said no several times? And then I was like, man, I mean, that one guy that called in that was on Catherwood's Love Line a long time ago, that weird guy that we had on the Patreon show where he's like, you got to have me on your show. I used to work for all these other shows. And I told you, and then I had him on. And I was like, I was asked what the crowd thinks in the crowd. Was this an Awesome World, baby, or was it?
Oh, it was Awesome World.
Oh.
Yeah, he was so weird.
So I had him on.
Yeah.
And Catherwood was like, maybe don't have him on. He's kind of crazy, like his couple sandwiches short. And I was like, well, that's the point, right?
Right.
And he was like, yeah, maybe not. So I was like, yeah, we're not like really seeing guests right now. So then every couple of days he would just DM me for months until I was like, all right, man, like what about if you just call on my Awesome World show, my solo Patreon show, everybody who's listening, if they go, yeah, man, more of this guy. Everyone said, don't ever have that guy on again. And then he just sent me like constant pictures. And now I was starting to understand what Catherwood was talking about, where I was like, oh, this guy doesn't stop. And then I was like, hey, man, you got to stop or I'll block you. Like the crowd said no.
Yeah.
So nothing personal, have a good day. And he still every now and then peppers me with, that day was not my best day.
Right.
I have much more material I was thinking that you could have. And I'm like, man, holy shit, dude, you are.
Yeah. People who don't get it, don't get it,
Yeah.
If they didn't get it, they're probably not going to start getting it. But I think there's plenty of shows where they're just very, very cutthroat. And with us, I always felt if somebody asked nicely, we would more sit there and try to figure out a reason how we could say yes to somebody rather than no. It's, that's not where we're at right now.
Right.
We're soft touches.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird world. It's a weird game. Make no mistake, it's a game. Unless you're Lamb Man, it's for real. Everything's for
that
real.
guy plays for keeps.
I don't think he enjoys like even chess or anything, which sounds to me like a lame life.
I always wonder about that. Like now that I'm a little bit older and I'm watching my kids get scared of like the most primitive forms of horror-y, stuff. Like what, like the ghouly thing that you think is hiding in your closet. What exactly would that thing be doing the other 23 and a half hours of the day when he's not scratching on the wall in your closet?
I remember it. I know where you're.
Yeah.
You got to rationalize it to your kids so that he can try and snap out of it. I remember that.
Just the whole conceit of horror. It's like, what's in it for them?
I was like, how bad do you think the guy in the closet is?
Right.
Like, do you think he's been training as much as your dad? Like, does he have an Uzi or like, does he have a weapon? Because it's usually just a mad man, right? Like some crazy beast going to come out of the closet.
They tend to move real slow.
Like, legitimately, Tiger, like, do you really think that like a beast man that comes out of the closet beats me? Like, I got all kinds of guns in my bedroom. He's dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but he's magical. And now I get it. Magical is hard because you're like, yeah, look, Dad does have a pretty sweet right hand, but
right.
Does it stop magic? It's a good argument.
It's the $1 million question.
It's weird because I was scared of people too when I was a little kid, and now I worked myself up to be the scary one. And I completely rationalized, like, yeah, Wolfman comes out of the. I'm like, I'll fuck Wolfman up.
Right.
It's a dog.
Right.
Like, what's he gonna do? Bite me on the arm? Oh, it's one bite. Now I got all my shit. Take this.
And most of the villains in horror movies, they're not like tactical SWAT team, right? I'll do this and I'll do that.
It's a wild wolf man.
Well, they tend to be like pro wrestlers where they like have somebody almost finished, and rather than just going in and finishing it, they just stand there and like fucking get cheers from the crowd and talk about, well, now I think we understand what's really going on here. It's like they take so much time taunting that they leave themselves wide open.
That's why I would be scared of Lamb Man. If Lamb Man came out of the closet, I would know that he had planned this and he had he had made a lot of preparations to win this battle, and that's probably my night. Not a good night for me. Because Lamb Man only comes to win.
And the last thing you see are his dead lamb eyes.
Dude, he's got a gun. And he just and he watched how we shoot people in the head with things and we don't wake up. So he knows murder, death, kill.
So he can learn.
He's really big, really strong,
Where's this
really
guy
naked.
Where's this guy live?
Inside the mountains.
Like, but are we talking about like?
I would guess Sweden.
It was
Right.
I think it was Iceland
Oh.
where they actually shot it. Yeah.
That's where they live.
Yeah, I don't know if we're talking about Euro Lamb Man or Kentucky Lamb Man.
Oh, no, it's Euro Lamb Man.
I see.
I don't believe Kentucky Lamb Man's real.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure that there's people in Kentucky that have fucked a goat, I'm not saying fuck Kentucky. I'm pretty sure everybody in every state in America has fucked a goat.
But the places where there's more
most goat fuckers?
More goats and less people, the odds obviously go up.
Oh.
If you're a kid that grows up in like a 17...
I feel like goat fuckers are city built, Michael.
Really?
I don't know. Are you saying that farm people are more potential goat fuckers than city slickers?
There's no doubt about that.
Just because they're in the woods with them?
Because a kid who grows up in the city needs to like get on a series of buses and trains to go get to some goats.
Right.
He doesn't know where. And when he gets there, that's somebody else's goats.
Right.
Whereas there's the kid who just finds himself day after day, night after night, alone in the wilderness with nothing but silence and darkness.
And goats. All right. Good point. Wow.
Yeah.
Goat pussy.
So I city kids fuck couches and country kids fuck goats.
Yeah. Do you think there's any truth to like trying to push a goat off a cliff while you have sex with it?
No.
No, it's when they get their head stuck in the fence.
That's when you fuck them?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Right. And stepmoms. I saw that video.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you fuck mums stuck in a fence?
Yes, stepmoms apparently get stuck in couches and washing machines all the time.
Wait,
I did not
there's
know
porn where a stepmom gets stuck in a couch.
A lot.
What?
Help me, stepson!
What part?
Wait, what are you doing?
What part?
Like her head gets stuck.
So her ass is sticking out.
So wait, her head's stuck inside the couch.
Or the oven, yeah. We could find 100 videos of stepmom's head stuck.
And then stepson just has his way.
Yes.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, don't worry, I'll free you. And then he bones her.
Man, I feel like it's so wrong. Why would you make that? Why are you making that?
Yeah, I almost feel bad for actual real life stepkids because I wonder if they have, like, if that's the easy joke for high school kids to make at their expense now. Seeing as how it is, kids, teens, I'm assuming, watch lots and lots of porn, and it is every single porn clip.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess. Man, I mean, I got a stepmom, but I never.
Right?
She never got stuck in a washing machine?
She's just so lame, like not fun, you know? So I just never even understood why anybody would sleep with her. Sorry. You know what I mean? She just seemed like she played it well, you know? Like not, I'm sure there was a time where she was sexy and all that stuff, but not around me.
Well, and also, many people nowadays still do this, but most people, when I was a kid, it was like once a woman had kids, it was almost like there was like a social pressure to like, now you're not a sexual person anymore.
Yeah.
Cut your hair short and just wear dumpy clothes. And
what the fuck is
they
that?
just like, they took themselves off of the market. And I think that people, there were certain people who would even frown on a woman for like trying to hold on to her youth. Like that was a bad thing if she was a mom and was still trying to be attractive. So yeah, I did not have, there was usually a story. If you had a friend's mom that you were like attracted to, it was like maybe their parents were divorced and she was dating again or something like that. It was very, very unusual that anybody's mom was like a sex object when I was around. They were just like ladies who made potato soup and did laundry.
I wonder if any of them missed the cock.
Yeah, I'm sure some did. But then again, if you're that devoted to the cock, you
wouldn't have.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have gone there in the first place.
You wouldn't have got it.
That's why I like
Benatar haircut.
Divorced mums. You know, I feel like if you're dating a divorced mom, you have all kinds of sex because you're not the father,
right?
And they didn't even know how much cock they wanted until they got yours,
right?
That's my theory.
And hell hath no fury like sexually, like a woman scorned.
That's right.
Right.
For all the times you didn't pay attention to her, she's gonna pay. That chick's gonna get it.
Right. You are the recipient of her sex revenge on some guy with a mustache somewhere.
Yes.
Right.
I'm happy for everybody on that one. Even if it's me. Like if I'm the piece of shit and they're raging on dick. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm just happy to have been of service.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting older and being sexy, a doctor on TikTok. So this is a guy you could definitely take everything he says to the bank. The Dick Doc on TikTok, Dr. Edward Zimmerman says he answers all sorts of questions about cocks, but people asked if, I guess there's this rumor that men's dicks get smaller with age.
Sure, right.
And he says that it can be the case.
Wow.
He says it's men who get smaller with age, and some do, many do not. It's frequently girth more than length that they lose. And most often when people lose dick size, it is because they are rarely using their penis.
Right.
It is literally a use it or lose it kind of thing. I can see that where your body just starts prioritizing, like, you don't really use your legs to run around anymore, so we're not even going to bother trying to keep, because you could sit on the couch, I think, for like 3 or 4 years when you're 14, 15, and then if somebody says, time to go play pickup football, you just still run around like nothing ever happened. You sit around for 5 or 6 years and you get older and you get up and you go, oh, my body has not been paying attention to those muscles because I haven't been using them. And I guess like the little blood sacs that gives you hard-ons. I guess, I do.
You got to flex your blood sacs.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the same with everything, Michael. If you don't use your brain, you're stupid. If you don't go to the gym, your arms are weak.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? If you want to have a strong cock, you got to use that cock. You got to be a cocksmith. It's not a cock, it's a sword. And the sword, what's its goal? Glory. To provide safety. And to come a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the castle that I would move into. So come a lot.
Castle Cock-a-lot.
Yeah. Castle Camelot. It's just Sir Cock-a-lot, the swordsmith, it just writes itself. And then I would obviously save a lot of damsels. And then
I wonder how skinny a dick could get.
If you didn't pay attention to it?
Yeah, because, they say people are starting to live longer and longer. If you're an old guy, let's say you stop boning around 80.
Yeah.
You don't really chub up anymore. Porn has no interest. And you live to be 120.
Yeah.
That's 40 years of a dead dick.
Yeah.
At some point, it's going to look like a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you didn't piss out of it, it might shrivel up and drop off.
Yeah, your pee hole would shut.
Yeah. You just piss out of like a mangina.
That's right.
I mean, when women are really old, their uterus falls out sometimes from like heavy shits.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to slip and fall on it.
Yeah.
Also sadly true.
So that's why you've got to like flex your box. Kegels, shove bowls up there, try to catch bowls, like shake hands with it. Do everything you can with that vag before it's too late.
You're never too old for Kegels, I say.
That's what yes.
Flex your box and beat your meat.
Yeah. Put a water balloon in there and make it do shapes.
And speaking of penises, the rare penis plant is in full bloom for one of...
Has it got balls?
No. And I don't know that it looks like a penis so much as like a par-baked baguette.
Oh. Does it look like a penis fish? Have you seen those guys?
Yeah.
And they all wash up on the shore and it's just like a bunch of severed cocks.
Those things really look like dicks. This is a little pointy to be a dick.
Yeah.
Can't even see it. The
Oh,
fuck
wow.
is
Yeah,
that?
see
It's
that?
a tree.
It looks more like a baguette.
Yeah.
It's not very dicky.
I like the flower bit.
Right. So these are native to Java, which is in Indonesia.
Oh, mate, Indo.
And it is very unusual that one of them will bloom when taken elsewhere. And this one was transplanted to a nursery, and I want to say the Netherlands. And they've had it for 25 years. And this is the first time that it has bloomed. They tend to it and they take care of it. And every year they hope this will be the year. And it finally happened. And it has attracted hordes of tourists, young and old, who can't wait to get a look at that 6.5 foot long dick and to smell its signature putrid foul odor, which is compared to the smell of rotting flesh.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
Stinky
it's
dick plant.
Yeah, so it's just like a rotten dick.
Yes.
What is the leaves coming out of it? Does that mean that they'll be dropping dick seeds and
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's what the blooming bit means. Because when I see other ones, it looks more like it's like a circumcised penis where the leafy thing is all up on it.
Yeah.
I think the bloom is when that opens up. So you get the dick baguette sticking up, the little shop of horrors opening on the bottom, and as I say, the smell of rotting flesh.
Does it eat insects or anything?
I don't think it's got like a...
It just sits there doing that?
Yeah, that's just... It's like, you know...
Is there like a frog that likes to eat that? Or is there anybody in particular that's like, man, I love dick flowers?
It looks like it's covered in keef.
That'd be
Or
cool.
like Smart Food popcorn. Like it's just dusted with cheddar cheese. Kind of want to eat it.
That's how I love my dicks.
Covered in powdered cheese.
Oh, man, I was... for a
Kraft
second there...
macaroni and dick.
That's right. For a second there, I thought I was going to sprinkle a bunch of macaroni powder on my dick. Not your cup of tea, Katie?
No, it sounds like a smegma plant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
More of a ranch lady.
Full circle. We're back to come, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's not dumb.
Yeah. That might be the whole show.
Yeah, I feel like we've learned a lot.
I feel like I'm quite a bit stupider than I was when I got here.
Yeah. Don't be old, you know? Remember that, old people. Don't blow it. See you next week. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Ellis, mate. Don't die.
Blimp, blimp, blimp. Do-do-do. Blim, blim, blim.
bing, boing, poing, 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 poing. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing.
If you want more Jason Ellis Show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of The Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwearwolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.
Big fat boing.
Blimp, fucking blimp. Big fat blimp. Blimp.